Hey, what's up, guys? I am hopefully coming live at you here, hopefully. Yeah, here we are. Perfect. So I am coming at you live, and we are going to be hopping over here and taking a look at the stream here, essentially on Willie D's channel. Let's hope that I can get it going here. I'm going to refresh the page. I think it should have already started. It says there's 3,000 people. Okay. All right, here we go. Oops, I already liked it, so I'm going to like it again. Yeah, with me streaming here, apparently, this is going to be really slow. Let me close some of these other pages. There we go.
Hey, man, you knocking it out the park like them ass.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone and turn the volume up here. That way you guys can see everything that's going on, okay?
Astro's gonna do tonight. You dig what I'm saying? Win, lose, or draw. I'm riding with the home team, baby. Go Stros.
That's it.
How you feel, Russ? How you feel, man? It's got to feel good, man, to be the CEO of one of the most explosive cryptocurrencies in the space right now.
Yeah, it is, man. It's great. You know, it's humbling. It's an awesome experience. You know, it's just been crazy. The stuff that we've done so far, the things that we're gonna do is just mind blowing, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna do some things, some crazy things that people can't even. Fathom what's coming up next year after we get this launch out of the way next weekend. It's just going to take it to a whole other level. It's just the beginning. Man, we got so many things planned for this company. It's crazy.
Yeah, and we got a huge announcement, and I want to save the announcement for a little later. You know, I want to make sure everybody's in, everybody's locked in.
Yeah.
We have a very diverse group of subscribers at the Willie D Live show. And so I want you to talk in a manner that everybody don't know, everybody don't understand the cryptocurrency space, but they want to get in. So I need you to make sure that you speak in a way that you can, that the experienced traders understand what's happening, and also those who are brand new to the game can figure out what's going on. Because I keep hearing a lot of people saying, what are y'all talking about? What's happening? I'm hearing about it. How do I get in? You know, first and foremost, let's break it down. What is Saitama first and foremost? What does it mean?
Well, Saitama in itself, right, is based kind of like on a One Punch Man series. It has a lot of different meanings, but it's based off kind of like the anime regime, right? Saitama, it's also a country in Japan or a city in Japan. The name of the coin was launched at birth, right? Given the name Saitama. We originally had the Inu on it, which classified it kind of as like a meme token, similar to some of these other Dogecoin, any other Inu coin you could think of. But what we've done and what we continue to do really takes us outside of that meme coin, kind of classification. So we've done a lot of different things that specify us and make us very unique. So we dropped the Inu, rebranded, but we didn't want to lose the Saitama name because that's how everybody kind of already affiliated us with. And it's catchy, right? And we got the logo and we got the Wolfpack, right? So that represents us. So that's the Saitama. That's it.
Wolfpack. I see y'all, boy. I see y'all, girl. I see y'all.
That's it. That's it. So we come strong. We come strong. That's the group, right? It's a community. It's a community-driven token, so it takes all of us. The community grows every single day. Tenfold. Thousands of new Wolfpack members every day. So we're doing a lot of good stuff with that. So that's kind of the Saitama on the brand. Now, crypto and current, crypto in itself. For those that don't know, right, because there could be some people on here, first time viewers, first time understanding what crypto is, it's a digital asset, essentially going to take the place of traditional fiat in the very near future. When you're going to your grocery store or your gas station, you're paying with your debit card, you'll have an opportunity to now pay in cryptocurrency, which is the same thing. It's a digital currency. It lives in a digital world. It's on the blockchain. And we're kind of taking out the middleman, right? We're removing some of these bigger bank conglomerates that we're taking money out of their pocket, or we're giving it to the world, right? We're in control of our money now. We're in control of cryptocurrency. We're not being told how to utilize it, how to spend it, how to trade it, how we're going to send it, and we're not putting fees on it, right? We're eliminating a lot of that. We're developing cryptocurrency, not us, but just in general, right? Speaking broadly about crypto and what it's meant for, what it's supposed to do. And we're trying to just really get behind it and push it to the level of what it's meant to do, right? Cryptocurrency has such a large platform that we can utilize to do so many different things with. Now we're trying to shine some light on it and bring in all and maximize its potential, right? Get everything out there for it. So that's what we want to do. That's what we've been harnessing on. And we want to get everybody familiar with it, what crypto is, how they can utilize it, what they can use it for, and how Saitama really embeds and marries that with traditional senses of how different companies can get involved. How you can not only be in control of your money, but how you can utilize it from day in and day out, to do whatever you need to do. Or if you're a business owner, how you can utilize crypto to maximize your business. So that's kind of what sets us aside from a lot of different companies, right? A lot of different coins. We have a very broad vision and scope where we're doing a lot of different things to help the industry, help the economy, help the ecosystem, help, all these other countries with their infrastructures. Integrating a digital asset and currency is the future, right? That's where we're going to be. There isn't a world where we're not reliant on cryptocurrency in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. We're trying to, push that because it's the future. It really is. Everything is going to be digitized. Everything's going to be digital, whether it's assets, whether it's shopping, whether whatever it is, it's all going to be, we're going to live in a metaverse digital space, right? We can't avoid that. What we've done and where we've come from in that space since the last 6 months is astounding, and it's going to continue to grow. Like, it just look at what crypto's done since January of this year. One person out of 20 might have known what crypto is. Now I bet you 2, 3, or 4 or 5 people out of 20 know what crypto is, and or is invested some way or another, or is utilizing it in any part of their daily life. So that's what we're here. We're maximizing. We got a whole new approach to what crypto is, and we're really putting a different spin on it. So
Right. Right. And so how do you get in? Because that's like the second most popular question.
There's a lot of different ways to get in, right? We have some centralized exchanges that you can buy Saitama on, you know, XT, Bank, BKX, recently Bitmart, Hotbit, Gate.io. So we have these centralized exchanges for people that feel comfortable with these platforms. Uniswap, of course, is a little bit more tricky. You know, having to swap Ethereum for Uniswap, connecting your wallet to it. There's instructions on our website. There's lots of tutorial videos out there for people to utilize. But come next weekend or shortly thereafter, when we launch the platform, you'll be able to go on to the Saita wallet, create your own wallet, swap your coins for Saitama, and make it a really streamlined approach. Right. So we realize that's a problem in crypto, not just with us, but with everybody, is how do you buy crypto? That's the first question you get from anybody. How do you buy it? You know, I get calls all day. Like, how the hell do I buy crypto? I want to get involved. Like, oh, you got to do this, that, and the other, and then speaking a whole nother language, right? So now we can just say, hey, go onto the App Store, download the Saita Mask, connect your debit card, your bank, whatever, buy you some Saitama, leave it in there, scope around, check out the NFT marketplace, you know, look at our education platform, mess around with, look at some other coins on there, educate yourself, you know, get to understand what that looks like.
Right, right. And I guess another very, very popular question is, how do I monitor, you know, my investment? You know, people are, you know, they want to know, like, okay, so do I go to my wallet, or do I go to an exchange? You know, what type of wallet should I use to store my coins? You know, there's a bevy of questions there.
Yeah. I mean, so there's lots of options right now. But until our wallet's released, right, you can use Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, MetaMask. Those are pretty traditional, what's considered a hot wallet. You can also get your currencies on a hot wallet, transfer them to a cold wallet, like a Nano. And the only difference between those two is a cold wallet is, you know, it's not connected to the internet. So people that are worried about, you know, getting their tokens scanned or stolen, or, you know, whatever the case is, or losing, you know, access to your seed phrase, whatever, you can just put it on a external hard drive or a Nano or cold wallet. And that kind of secures your digital assets in one place, right? You throw it in your safe, do whatever you need to. And especially if you don't need access to it, you know, if you're not trading daily, you know, or you're not adding your position or decreasing or selling, you just want to make an investment, throw it into your cold wallet storage, you know, and leave it alone until you want to, you know, gain access to it again. So that's the safest way to do it. But if you're a traditional trader and you like to buy and increase your position or sell on a regular basis, you know, you need a hot wallet, like a Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, coming to you soon, the Saita wallet.
Yeah. And there's I like that, coming to you soon.
Coming to you soon.
Yeah, man. So there are instructions underneath this video for you to check out. You can click on that link to see how to buy Saitama, and also you can check out other information about the team and the Wolfpack, all this type of stuff, man. You know, this is one of the coolest. This is one of the coolest teams that I've been on, man. You know, it kind of reminds me of like when we was doing our thing with Rap-A-Lot early on. I was part of a movement that shook the world. I mean, we literally created history, and I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be a part of a history-making movement, and that's what's happening right now. Most people can see it happening, right? But there are some doubters, and it trips me out that in this space, I don't understand how somebody can see somebody winning and not want to figure out what the formula is. Like, that's me. If I see somebody winning, I want to know what the formula is. How can I be down? How can I get in? Instead of, you know, trying to promote FUD. You dig what I'm saying? Like running out there and trying to speak down on, you know, an organization or a company or even a person. I want to know how they did it. You know, so how does that make you feel when knowing that how much work you put in with Saitama, knowing that you go in and you're putting in 18-hour days, 19-hour days, sometimes 36-hour days and a half, right?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel knowing how hard your team works, that when somebody throws something out there like that and try to make people think that Saitama is not the real deal?
Yeah, I mean, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, right? You got to understand that we know, right, and a majority of the people know, the potential of Saitama, where it's going, the things that we're initiating, the movement that we're creating. But you can't please everyone. You're just not, right? I've been around long enough to know that everybody has an opinion and they're entitled to it. And a lot of time, it's just about misinformation or miseducation. People just don't understand. But instead of just looking a little bit, doing a little research on their own, it's just easier to point out things that you may not really be fully understanding of, right? You have your opinion and everybody wants to be heard regardless, right? And negative attention usually is the loudest voice in the room, right? And everybody, it's that one person or two people or 10 people that they just want to be heard, right? They want their opinion to be heard, their concerns to be voiced, which is fine. We can't please everybody, but I don't take it personally, right? I know where we're going. I know, if I stop doing what I was doing and stop putting in the effort and energy and creating this, and I'm not doing it for those 10 people that are doubters. I'm doing it for the 160,000 people that are true believers in this coin and in this company. If I stopped to address each one of those individuals on a daily basis, we would never get any work done. So you just kind of got to take it in stride, and be like, hey, can't please everybody, right? But a lot of people, there's a lot more. The majority, right, is the people that are behind the project and they see the true vision and they see where it's going and they're on board with it. So they, we can't please everybody, and that's all right. I've accepted that, right? Long before Saitama, I've accepted that fact. So it is what it is.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. You can't please everybody. And another question is, people want to know, how much should I invest?
I tell people, man, it's and not just in crypto, but investments in general. I've been in investing for a while. Never invest what you can't bring outside and set on fire. Like, if you can't live without it, don't invest it. And don't take a second mortgage out on your home. Don't spend your electricity bill money on crypto. Like, that's just a bad move. But if you can make a few small sacrifices, like maybe not go out to the club that night, or maybe not go out to a fancy dinner one night, and in exchange, invest that $100, invest that $200,
or maybe not take that vacation.
Right? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so take that money and invest it. But don't put yourself in a position to where you're going to be stressing out, because all you're going to do is you're going to watch the charts every second of the day. You're going to panic when it dips. You're going to freak out if you lose $10. Invest in stuff that you're passionate about. Invest in stuff that is going to have a future. Invest your money and you just walk away and just wait for that time to come and your investment pays off. Because if you're investing your rent money and you're saying, okay, I got to put $1,000 in today because I'm going to hope I'm going to make $2,000 within 30 days. And if you're still at $1,000 in 30 days, or worst case, you're less, now you're in a position where, you can't make ends meet. You can't make that payment. You can't do this, right? Now you're not investing. Now you're gambling. You might as well just go to the damn casino or buy some lottery tickets, right? That's not smart investing. That's not smart money. You're just taking way too big of a risk. So investing is good. Make your money work for you, but don't make it to a point where you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable situation. Never invest what you can't set outside and set it on fire. That's what I tell people.
You know what I tell them, Russ? Only invest your blow money. Yeah. Blow money is money that you would blow. Whether it be at the club or on a vacation or a trip, to another town or whatever. Money that you didn't have to spend. Mm-hmm. That's blow money. And sure. I use that same strategy for myself. I only invest blow money. I'm not going to invest money that was meant to buy a property, money that was meant to pay tuition, money that was meant to pay the rent, buy groceries, none of that. I'm only going to invest blow money, because that's money you can put to the side, like you said, and just not look at it, not think about it. And you look up, you know, a few months later or even a few years later, and all of a sudden, man, it's like out the roof. Like, I mean, I've had, you know, I've been doing this for a long time. So I have some positions where I've been in for like 3 years and I forgot about them. I forgot about them to the extent that the name had changed. In fact, Ethos is one of them. Remember Ethos, Voyager coin used to be Ethos.
Yeah.
So I had invested in that 3 years ago and I forgot about it. I just didn't look at it anymore. And then one day I'm looking at my wallet and I see it jump 6 figures. So I go back, I look, oh, okay, that's Voyager. What the hell is that? So I had to do research on the coin and it was like, oh, okay, that's the coin that used to be Ethos.
Right.
So I just forgot about the coin. And that's the way you have to do. You got to put that money in there and just don't even look back. And, you know, if it works out, it works out. If it don't, it doesn't, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You invest in what you believe in, invest in what you're passionate about, because you know, if you believe in it, it's going to believe in you, and that it's going to work out, right? You know, it's not unless you're just into gambling, right? And that's not investing. That's just taking too big a risk. Like invest in, do your research, be passionate about it, invest in it, you know, and then you don't have to worry about it. And then it's not an investment, and you're not stressing because you already know that it's going to be successful. The same thing with Saitama. Like you see it, and you're passionate about it, and you see the vision, you see the future. It's the same thing when you're investing in a company. If you're buying a stock, if you're buying a position from private equity, you're looking at it and you're like, man, this company's going to go somewhere. I need to get involved. I need to invest because the future is bright, right? I want to be in that. I want to get involved. Not even cryptocurrency, but just in general, right? We're doing a lot of amazing things. Like, you know, as we're now approaching, and I kind of mentioned this, getting into the medical field, where we're going to start doing coding and billing for a lot of different major hospitals around the U.S. and starting to get involved with all these different aspects of how crypto can truly be utilized. You know, and we're going to actually have some big announcements for that coming at the launch in November on the 13th. We're going to kind of unfold our master plan of how we're going to integrate that medical field into Saitama and how we're going to grow that whole industry. And I can promise you that once we unveil that and we get working on it and it starts to show product and produce, other industries are going to follow suit, right? I mean, we're looking at real estate, we're looking at, you know, insurance, we're looking at all these other big industries. They're going to follow suit, right? Because they're on the precipice, they're on the fence. They're, okay, how do we get involved? How do we get involved in cryptocurrency? How do we, you know, maximize our earnings? How do we, you know, make our business, you know, more streamlined? They're going to see how the medical industry is doing that. They're going to see how we integrated it, how we made it happen, and who are they going to go with, right? Are they going to go with somebody that is paving the way and pioneering these things, somebody that's already tried, tested, and true, or are they going to try and take it in on their own? No, they're going to come to us and say, okay, I've seen what you've done here. Now duplicate that. This is what we do. How do we duplicate that? I want to take what you've done and make it relevant to what we're doing in our space. So that's how we're kind of really reshaping the entire industry, like all over the place. We're integrating cryptocurrency into it. You know, I don't care if you own a damn taco truck or a Fortune 500 company. We are going to change the way you do business in cryptocurrency. That's the wave of the future, right? Metaverse, digital assets, digital banking, like it's all right there, and it's going to happen, right? So that's what we're doing, right? That's our vision, and that's just the one octopus tentacle of it, right? That's not counting the gaming platforms we're generating. It doesn't count the education, the NFTs, the marketplace, the metaverse. Those are all just different entities of what Saitama is. That's just a different part. Creating these collaborations, generating this massive ecosystem is what's going to sustain longevity for us as a company and for everybody else involved. What does that do to the token, to the coin itself? That gives it use case. That makes it more relevant, right? It becomes a household name. So instead of you thinking of, when you say cryptocurrency, and you're like, oh, okay, so you're talking about Bitcoin. Like, no, I'm talking about Saitama. And they're like, oh, okay, now I get it. Like, say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Saitama, Cardano, XRP, they're all relevant in that stage. Those other altcoins have a role in the blockchain, but now Saitama is the leader in creating use case for different companies, right? We don't have a specific function on the blockchain, right? But we have a specific function in the industry or industries. And that's how our role becomes pivotal to the crypto movement.
Right. Russ, tell us, how does it feel to be riding around in a Lamborghini?
It's fast. No, yeah, it's quick, man. I've always wanted to have one. I did. It's about image, right? It's about image. People expect certain things. I'm talking to a lot of these people, and we're putting together, deals with some of the highest money makers in the U.S. and the world, right? People with deeper pockets than anybody think. They can't be rolling up in no pickup truck. You know what I mean? Like, it's, hey, if you ain't we're not getting in bed with this dude in the pickup truck. But yeah, but I've been in money and in investing for a long time, man. It's not like I fell into, Saitama without a clue in the world. You know what I mean? I own businesses and all that stuff. So I know a lot of people probably like, oh, you had to sell all this Saitama and buy this damn Lamborghini. Like, no, man, no, that's not how that works. I've been fortunate enough and made proper business decisions throughout my life that, it put me in a position to kind of do stuff like that and kind of indulge a little bit. But no, it's, I'm not, Saitama, it's not about the dollar amount and the figure, right? Of course, it's going to go up. I'm not worried about that, but it's not a revenue stream for anybody. It's more, we're building a movement, right? We're making other people financially successful. I'm not greedy. I'm not selfish. I do what I do to help everybody else, not for my own personal gain. If it was for my own personal gain, we wouldn't be having this conversation. You know what I mean? I would just sit back and watch the price go up and then count my money. Like, it's not about that. It's about everybody else. We're building something pretty special. It's not about personal wealth, personal greed. It's about everybody. We're building a team. So.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's hard for people who haven't been in that type of space, who haven't been in that type of position, to see that, because I remember at one point for me, it was about personal gain, my personal wealth, right? Because you want to try to, do something for your children, leave a legacy and all of that type of stuff. But once you get to a certain level of that, it becomes greater than just your offspring, greater than just your immediate clique, your immediate family. You start thinking, even bigger, like, how can I help others? And that's where I'm at. I'm at that point in my life, like, how can I do this for other people instead of just like me. So right. It's a very euphoric type of feeling. And it's hard to explain. I've never felt that way before. It's crazy, but that's how I feel. I feel like too much is given, much is required. And so it's not just enough for me to be a vessel for my children and their children when I can reach so many more people. So that's where I'm at with it. Hey, let's make the announcement and then go into some Q&A.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get your questions ready, fam.
What was the question?
Announcement. What is the big announcement?
Oh, okay. So we, as you guys know, we went live BitMart and Gate.io last week. As I mentioned, we're trying to do one more top 5 exchange right before the SATA wallet releases. And you guys know I'm not a huge fan of centralized exchanges, but I understand the importance of it. Right? I see the value. So the exchange that we're in negotiation with, that we're looking to launch, hopefully, I want to say by maybe the end of the week, we're trying to market effectively, but the goal is to have a live trading pair out prior to the SATA wallet launch on the 13th next weekend. So I was trying to shoot for Friday. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but we'll keep you updated. But the exchange that we're in talks with and that we're looking to go live with is KuCoin. So that's the exchange that we're going with. I love KuCoin. I like them more than Binance, to be honest with you. I think they're more functional. And if you guys have been following me and Saitama for a while, that was always the goal, to go with KuCoin. They're just better to work with. And I feel like we can pass that on to the users, right, to the Wolfpack. It's good for everyone, US, worldwide, they're good. Binance is great too. We talked about, 200,000 holders would go with Binance. So I think we're close to that. I think after we get this launch out of the way, we'll be looking to maybe go that route to go with Binance. They're pretty good to work with. I've been in conversations with them a little bit. We're getting close to that 200,000 mark. I think it's important for us to focus on getting the wallet out smoothly, get the KuCoin going, and then shortly after the wallet launch, we will look at the Binance listing and we'll see if maybe there's not a need, right? We're creating our own platform. So I'm not going to be handing the keys to the kingdom out to Binance when we can have the exact same function on our wallet. And our fees are going to be less. I don't know what their fees are, but they're going to be whatever theirs are. Ours will be definitely, comparable. So, but I understand people are like, okay, well, it's a new platform with the SATA wallet. I feel more comfortable, more comfortable with the Binance. We can do that route. But let's get this one out first. Let's get the wallet out. The launch party is next week, and it's going to be off the hook. We'll get this platform rolling, and then we'll start looking at the Binance. It could be shortly after or not, but yeah, KuCoins, they're legit, man. I'm a big fan. I've been using them forever, so I haven't had really any issues. And for me to say I haven't had many issues with an exchange is saying a lot, because they're nothing but issues, most of them.
Right. I'm looking now for the questions. Let's see, price. This damn chat is moving so fast, man. I have to try to just jump in and just try to grab something. Let's talk about it. Let's see.
I see a lot of people talking about a burn. I don't understand what they mean with a burn. Like, we burn every transaction. So I don't know, maybe there's some confusion. We don't need to burn. We literally burn every transaction. So if you buy 10 Saitama, or if you buy 600,000 billion Saitama, like, we burn 2% every time. So if you sell it or send it to your buddy, we're burning that too. So we've already burned 55%, 56% of the circulating supply. We started out at 49. So, yeah, we're already up 7% of the circulating supply. So that's 7 quadrillion coins that we've burned in the last 5-6 months. So yeah. And that's based off of small volume. Once we start getting into the hundreds of millions per day volume, we're going to burn through that stuff so fast. It's crazy. So I don't know.
Okay, are we going to be able to transfer from Uniswap to SaitaMask?
Yeah, so you'll be able to integrate your seed phrase the same way that you would if you had a Coinbase wallet and you wanted to open up, a Trust wallet, right? You just integrate your seed phrase that way, and it would just ship your coins over to that platform.
Okay. What is the buy-in price? What is the projected trajectory?
For the wallet or right now?
I think they're talking about right now.
The value, on the wallet itself, when we integrate the price, it'll be the same price, right? There's no market manipulation. When the SaitaMask releases, it'll be the same price. It'll be incongruent with everything else. Projections, like I told you, we'll be at a 10 billion market cap by next weekend. That's easy. End of year, that's tough to dictate with all the different partnerships and stuff that we're working on right now. It's crazy to think about. I mean, we'll burn this zero we got right now in the next 10 days. Like that's easy. Even with some of these bigger cells that we have going on, there's just too many people waiting for a better entry point for any kind of dip to last long at all. So you have to understand that we got 170,000, 160 plus thousand holders at the moment, just not even counting centralized exchanges. That's just on Uniswap and Etherscan. So we're probably over 200,000, probably close to 220,000 holders total. There's a lot of people, right, that are waiting for an entry point, waiting for a dip, or that are still investing in it, still want to get in. There's going to be a lot of influx of big money coming in. So we'll kill this zero soon within the next 10 days. We could potentially, I would say, next year, 2022, reach 100 billion market cap. I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility with the amount of things that we have coming up, especially, the medical integration, metaverse specifically, our gaming platforms, esports. It's just crazy. We're doing so many different things that the growth is inevitable. It's not going to be hindered, and no matter what happens, we're going to continue to grow. We got so much potential that we haven't even really started to scratch the surface.
100 billion market cap. You believe that could happen by the end of next year? That would put us ahead of PooCoin. I mean, that would put us ahead of Dogecoin. Ahead of PooCoin. Yeah, but that would put us ahead of Cardano.
What does Dogecoin do though?
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? If they could get even relatively close
it's not a utility.
$100 billion market cap, I mean, and really bring zero functionality with it, that's amazing to me. So if you now take that kind of ambition behind a company that has potential, but I mean, to me, that equates to something,
right?
A massive. So that's my game plan.
I understand that, but I wanted you to share that. I want you to actually say that because I knew that you would be able to articulate it in a manner that was powerful, more powerful than I could. But like I'm looking at the same thing. Like I was watching Doge, and no knock on Doge because Doge has made me a lot of money, but I'm talking I invested in Doge 6 years ago. So that was one of my when it was 0.00000, like 8 zeros in front of it. And that's how long ago it was that I first invested in Doge. So I have I don't have anything bad to say about Doge. I mean, I made good money with that coin, but Doge is strictly a meme coin. It doesn't have a utility. It doesn't do anything. It's just strictly a community of people who said, I like the coin. So, and that's it. But Saitama is a community. It is a real community, a real utility, a real business behind it. It is an LLC. The devs are not hiding behind computer screens and usernames. You know who they are. They're showing you, this is me. This is my background. This is stuff that you can actually look up. This is stuff that's documented. We know who you are. You're showing your face. Cryptocurrency, that's different because most cryptocurrencies are not transparent like Saitama is. The team is not transparent as Saitama. It's like Saitama's putting the cards on the table and saying, bam, this is us. Pick the one you want to play. Right. So it's a beautiful thing to see all of this unfold, man. I saw somebody asked the question, what is your military background?
I was active duty for 8 years. I did a lot of different stuff. Did a couple tours overseas in the desert. I was Navy for 8 years. Joined right out of high school. Young, dumb, ambitious. Wanted to see the world with $2 in my pocket. So, but I maximized that potential. I went to school, met a lot of really great people. Got some well-needed structure in my young adult life, right? And then obviously got some education out of it and finished, a lot of my business background stemmed from it, work ethic, etc. Yeah. So anybody that you meet that has, military experience, they have a little bit of different swagger to them, right? Gives a little more ambition, well structured. When I used to run my own company, I would, look for people with a little bit of military background because they have that work ethic, right? They know what it is to grind and get paid nothing and have, they have a little bit of different swagger to them. So, so that's my kind of background. I won't go into all the dirty details, but it was good though. I did spend 8 years of my young adult life, in the military. So it was nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, Max says, CoinMarketCap hasn't verified our cap. Are you working with them to rectify that?
Yeah, CoinMarketCap is impossible, like Max has said. We've sent so many different requests for them to update our market cap, and they need to verify it, this, that, and the other. But you guys have to understand, you can do the math yourself, right, and see the ranking. Like, we've been at the same rank for 6 months, right? We're at 2,500 or something. We should be top 100 with our market cap. So we've done everything we can to get these guys to damn update our market cap so they can put us in the proper ranking. They just haven't gotten to it yet for whatever reason. We send them, messages all the time. They're just, they take their time. They're like all these different coins that pop up every single day requesting for a coin market cap listing and update. It's like these guys probably get bombarded on a daily basis on all that stuff. So.
Here's the problem I have with that, Russ. A number of these coins don't have any type of reputation. They don't have nowhere near the volume that Saitama has, which can easily be checked by a coin market cap.
Yeah.
And these coins are being listed like this daily on coin market cap, like that. What the hell is up, coin market cap?
Right? Making it cute. Yeah, shame on you. Yeah, but they don't do no due diligence or anything, right? They're just
I don't like
requests and like, okay, sure. And they'll be on coin market cap, and then 2 days later the coin doesn't even exist anymore, right? It's gone.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
The website is gone, the Telegram is gone, the Twitter
is
gone.
And the coin market cap still there. Just flattening like a dead body.
And you can't get your money out.
Yeah, done. Right? No liquidity there. Yeah. So take 5 minutes from listing those coins and update our coin market cap on there. That would be great. Thank you. In advance, CMC.
Yeah, come on with it. Come on with it. CMT. No, CMC. Come on with CMC. What y'all waiting on, man?
Right? Wasting everybody's time.
It's Saitama. Join the Wolfpack. What you waiting on? Yeah, anyway, man. So what's going on with somebody was asking, where's that question at? I saw it. Where is that question? What is this about Dubai rumors? What's that?
Yeah, so we have some Zoom calls and some interest people, in UAE and some other, representatives over there that are looking to get involved in cryptocurrency. I had a few calls, some Zooms, just doing what I do, right, which is explain what Saitama is, how it's going to kind of change the space, what we're looking for, what our vision is. And, people will usually have a lot of money that wants to get heavily involved. They're not talking about putting $100 in. $200. They want to get invested, long-term potential, right? Because money makes money, right? People that have money didn't get there by accident. It's by creating partnerships, investing in solid projects. So there's been several talks, communications with some people that have some pretty deep wallets, and these conversations will continue today and tomorrow, until we're at a point where they feel comfortable enough to go ahead and pull the trigger on that. And I would be remiss to say that some of those triggers probably haven't been pulled or are in the process of getting that hammer back. So yeah, there's going to be an influx of money, but we don't even need to, delegate that to one group or demographic. There's people with money that want to get involved in Saitama because of what we're doing and what we're doing with the space. If you look at all those chart watchers that see, you think people don't, put in 20, 30, 50, 70 Ethereum. That's a lot of money for a single transaction. Mm-hmm. People usually don't throw that kind of money around unless they're completely sold on something. Regardless of how deep your pocket is, it's a lot of money to be tossing around. So, you see that, and those will continue to happen, and our price point will continue to increase. Our foundation is really starting to get stronger. As we've had such a mass growth over the last 5 months, you're going to have people that have made a lot of money in Saitama, right? That invested early, $1,000, $5,000 that are now sitting on 2 million, 3 million. They're going to take profit. You can't help that. But what that does is if they sell 100 Ethereum, 200 Ethereum, they had an exit strategy. Like, okay, I put in 5,000. They made $1 million. Like, cool, I'm good. That's all I needed. And they pull it out. That gives an opportunity for other people to come in and buy. So now we have one wallet out that sold $1 million worth, but now we have 100,000 other people or 100 people that come in and bought smaller amounts, which creates a stronger foundation. So we're getting better wallet distribution. Anytime you have a rapid increase like that, you get that. It's going to happen, but it's healthy. And that's what we get. And we're at that point.
Right. Gas fees, that's a big issue. A lot of people talking about the exorbitant amount of gas fees. How will the State of Mass wallet correct that issue?
Yeah, so when we have different liquidity pairings on there, we can have transactions that don't necessarily need to take place on the blockchain. So the mining fees are what really kill you. So we're going to have, if a transaction, a traditional Ethereum to Saitama swap does take place, we're going to do what we can to minimize that transaction. We can dictate what that percentage cost is. So Uniswap has a projected, what their percentage is like 0.25 or 0.025, whatever it is. Ours will be less than that. If we're doing a non-traditional swap off of the blockchain that we're going around the mining fees, then obviously the fees will be much, much smaller, very small. And all that will be done in Saitama token. So as we bring in new partners and new coins that want to list on the wallet, you'll have liquidity pairings to where if you want to swap one ERC coin for another, all you're going to end up doing is having to pay a couple of Saitama for the transfer fee. You're not having to pay $300 in Ethereum, right? That's going to help with a lot of that coin integration. And that's why the more coins we have listed on our swap, the better it's going to be for everybody, because that way you can have, a diverse portfolio as long as everybody holds enough Saitama to make those transactions. So it's win-win for us and for the holders, right? It gives people an opportunity to swap for different tokens. It gives people an opportunity to invest in Saitama for cheaper. It gives people, it's a whole ecosystem, right? So it's built around the token. It's built around Saitama itself. But it'll minimize a lot of these fees and it'll make it much more user-friendly. And having everything on one platform is what's crucial.
Right. Someone wants to know, is there an anti-whale feature for Saitama?
Yeah, there is. It's based on the cost impact, right? So you'll notice, like, if we have a large sale of, say, 100 Ethereum, they're not getting 100 Ethereum, or they're not getting that full amount. So if they sold $100,000 worth of Saitama, they're probably only going to pocket, 75, 80,000. So they're losing 20,000 off the top of that transaction. Does it stop them from doing it? No, of course not. But it diverts them from selling small or from large amounts like that. So if they lose that 20,000, it goes right back into the liquidity pool. Like it goes into Uniswap pool. It's not like it goes to a special wallet or anything. It goes right back into the pool. So at the end of the day, it's a free market. People can do whatever they want. but we're still getting 2% off that transaction. And if it's too big of a sell, then it's going to be taxed heavily. And that's just dictating on whatever that price fluctuation is. The bigger the sell, the bigger the fluctuation, the higher the tax. But there's no set amount, right? It's just dictating on however big it is. But either way, we're still getting out. We're all getting that 2%, right? So if they sell it all, then hey, I'll take the 2% because those reflections are nice, man. It's passive income.
Right. Are there any questions in here that you've seen that you want to just take a stab at?
I heard a lot about CERTIC audit. That's already underway. The CERTIC audit's underway. Okay. As far as I know, that's Max's thing. So he'd probably be able to answer that a little bit better. But he's in communication with them on a daily basis. I know that he's been extremely busy because he's got a team of 10 to 20 developers working 18 hours a day on the Saitama. Where I mean, and his words are, we're essentially creating this wallet. What has would take traditional people like a year, like a development team, a year to do. We're pumping this thing out in 6 months. So we have a lot of people working on it. So as far as I know, beta testing went really well. CERTIC audit is already underway. Yeah.
Right. So what is the, we talk about a lot of projects that's going on with Saitama. There's so many projects, which is, I'm very, very impressed with that, because most cryptocurrencies, they only have like one developer, maximum, 2 or 3. We have, how many developers does Saitama have?
7. We have 7 developers, which are actually make up our corporate structure, right? That 7 people that make up our business registration, that we're all developers, core developers on the project. We also, aside from that, have probably 100 people in the back office that work marketing, development team, for the Saitama, stuff, content creation, NFTs. Gabe has an entire team of NFT creators that we're working with. We have our gaming development lab, right? We're working on the gaming development, and metaverse. We have education. People are putting together education content. Moderators that help with all our individual social medias and telegrams. So I would say roughly right now we're at about 100, 7 core developers with about close to probably 90 plus people that are full on involved in Saitama day in, day out in one aspect or another. And we also have outsourced stuff. Like we have an actual marketing firm that does a lot of our marketing. Some of our content creation, right? We have to outsource. And all of those things, don't you guys understand, all cost money too. And all that stuff is all paid for by the development team and by members of the community. So, and it's only going to get bigger, right? My plan in Q1, Q2 of next year is to open a studio on both sides. We're in talks with some folks in Hollywood to create a studio. As you guys know, I was just down there last week. I have a studio where we're going to start creating some digital content that we're doing some stuff with, entertainers and artists. We can do stuff with music, do stuff with, like NFT stuff, gaming. So I have a production studio in Hollywood, and we're also doing stuff that we're working with, you guys know, with Ozzy, trying to get some stuff with Ozzy done with Tyler Perry. He was the executive producer with them. Maybe an option of having some studio space there in Atlanta that we can work on some things with. And having, you know, a headquarters somewhere else where we're doing a lot of our education stuff. And we're really building a true company, right? We're having multiple different places that we're going to have physical locations at that we can bring people in, you know, provide employment, provide product release, provide all these other things. But it's all going to circle back to Saitama the coin, right? That's what it's about, is funneling everything back to the sole premise of the project, which is the token. But along the way, you're becoming relevant. You're staying relevant. You're providing new things. You're growing the business. You're not just focusing on one individual thing. You know, you're providing something to the masses. You're finding a need and you're fixing it. So that's kind of like the Q1, Q2 platform, you know, expansion that we're looking to do next year, as long as, you know, as well as all these other things that we're integrating into the SATA wallet itself. So it's really, I mean, I could literally tell you like all day, all the partnerships and stuff that we're doing. You guys will see. It's just it's insane, man. All day, every day, new opportunities, more opportunities start to become available for us.
Can you speak on the UFC and the Visa partnerships?
Yeah, so we're looking to do integrating a payment system into the SATA wallets, where we're working with with companies to try to do like a card to crypto system, and Visa being a big part of that system, and then having something that utilizes us to make it easier for people to buy crypto. And part of that partnership comes with UFC and all these other people that are utilizing the same system. So if we can integrate what we're doing with what they're doing and with all these other companies, it really just kind of all flows in one circle, one dynamic, where we're all working together in one aspect or another to provide solution for payment solutions, for marketing, for everything, right? So it's all about taking a different perspective and looking at it, from a different view, a different vantage point, then having these conversations, say, okay, this is what we want to do. This is what Saitama can offer. You guys obviously have a need. A lot of people want to get involved in crypto. They want to, bring what they have in a certain capacity into it. They just don't know who to talk to and who to trust, right? So everybody wants to get involved. They just want to talk to the right people. So these are the conversations that we're having. And now we're trying to create these verticals and put it in place to where everybody wins. We're finding a need and we're fixing it.
One more question before I go. What do you see Saitama in, say, 5 years?
I see as being a top 5 crypto, right? I see crypto in general being massive in the next 5 years. Along with that, we will be right there with it, right? We'll be a top 5 cryptocurrency. We have a different approach to it. So as I mentioned, you look at some of these traditional altcoins that serve a purpose within the blockchain. I see Saitama as being that integrated tool that is bringing cryptocurrency to the masses, that brings cryptocurrency to each and all these different industries. There'll be almost like the gateway, right? Saitama will be a gateway to everything at one point or another. Bitcoin is a blockchain, right? They have their own blockchain. Ethereum is a blockchain, the ERC blockchain. They serve a purpose. Saitama will act as almost like that gateway in between these industries. How normal companies, normal people integrate cryptocurrency into their way of life and into each individual use case of their own. Like I said, the taco truck to the Fortune 500 company, Saitama will assist them in getting to where they want to go and integrating a digital asset into their business and their structure. So I see us being the big player in that, right?
Yep. One more question before you go. Will the launch party be streamed?
We're trying to. MGM is giving us a fit about it. We're going to do something though. We're going to try and make it, whether we got to do it from a phone or something. We'll make sure everybody can stream it, but they're not going to like let us. We have a production crew that we were going to try and set up to have it more professionally done, so we could stream it on like Steve's channel or something. And they don't want, there's too many liability and legal issues with the MGM, I guess. So we're gonna find a way. We're gonna make it work. Like I said, if we got to shoot from the hip, we'll do something. But there'll be plenty of footage and live streams for everybody to look and see, and to get the bird's eye of what's happening. It just won't be probably as professional as we'd like it to, because they're not going to let us bring in our own camera crew and do all that stuff.
Yeah. You got your suit ready, man?
Yeah, I got a suit ready. Yeah, suit ready.
Yeah, I got my suit ready, man. I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot.
That's it. You got them alligator shoes?
I'm coming in hot. I don't know if I'm gonna pull out the Crocs or whatever, but I'm coming in hot, man. I'm not playing any games, man. This is Saitama, man. This is a beautiful time, to be a part of something, very progressive. This is a major, major movement, and I feel it with every fiber of my body. I feel it, and I know what that. Like I said, I know what it feels like, having already made history, with a movement before. I know what it feels like, and we're making history right now. And anybody that can't see it, man, hey, shame on you, shame on you,
shame.
But you don't want to miss out. And if you do, don't say I didn't warn you. Family, this has been a spirited discussion. I hope that you guys got the information that you were looking for. And if you did not get the information you were looking for, there are some links underneath this video you can click on and find out more about Saitama and how to buy it, how to get in. It's like lotto. You got to be in it to win it. You understand? You're not going to win on the sidelines. You got to be in it to win it. Russell, thank you for coming on the show, man. Thank you for your insight and the excitement that you bring to this whole movement, man. And one more thing before I go. Go Astros.
Go Astros.
If you can't beat the Wolfpack, join the Wolfpack.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, guys, so as you can see there, that was the stream, essentially with Willie D and with Russell over at Saitama. And let me open up my webcam here. And so, yeah, guys, just incredible news. And I think that over the next couple days, especially, I mean, we've already pretty much almost ate that zero. and we've still got 11 days till Saitama releases. And with the big news that was just released, I think that it's going to be a hot and heavy race essentially towards the 15 billion market cap probably by November 13th. The way that it's been moving, that's just my prediction. 13 billion, 14 billion easily, maybe 15 billion by the 13th of November. I mean, if we're talking like, long shots in the dark, I could even say at the volume that's been pumped into it in the last 3 to 5 days, you could possibly see 20 billion market cap come November 13th, because everybody's going to be anticipating Saitama coming out. And I've been telling everybody, if you haven't before November 13th, make sure you do. And that's pretty much been everyone's sentiment, and all the news coming out is that we need to make sure that we have our bags filled by November 13th, right? And so I definitely see a lot more investments by holders of Saitama in the next few days. I know I just bought in. You watched my video a few days ago where I bought a bunch on Gate.io, right? So I think over the next few days, not only are you going to see new investors into Saitama, but you're going to see a lot of people that are already holders buying more, filling their bags up, because they know what the price is going to be. All you got to do is just like, hey, I can multiply by 10, right? If I put $100 in today, I've got $1,000 by the end of the year. If I'm holding $10,000 in Saitama today, it's going to be $100,000 by the end of the year. I'm not telling you to go out and buy Saitama, and spend $10,000. I'm not your financial advisor. This is just a channel for speculations, opinions, conjecture, whatever you have it. And so make sure that you do your own research, and you are never investing more money than what you can afford to lose, like straight up lose. Okay. Like that's just how this game is played. Whenever you are going to the casino, you walk in knowing that you've only got $100 that you can afford to put in that slot machine, right? And that's the same thing as whenever you are investing in any sort of financial investment, whether it's stock trading, crypto trading, you name it. If you cannot, like Russell said, walk outside and set that shit on fire, you might as well just don't do it, because too many people have been ruined that way, okay? And especially if you have people that are relying on you to put food on the table or pay the bills, and the electricity is on because of your paycheck, make sure that you take care of what you need to first. And then whatever's left over at the end of the day, then you can invest. All right. So I will go ahead and get the stream ended. This is the first time I've actually ever gone live. So it's been great. Just watching all of the incredible news that's been coming out with Saitama. I've been telling you guys for the whole time, basically. Like I said, my channel started on September 20th as Saitama, and from the get-go, I've been saying November 13th, Saitama. It's going to be huge. And as we approach that date, I don't think I ever dreamed it would be as big as what it is at this moment. But wow, just incredible, guys. And I'm really excited to see what December brings for this year, and then next year especially. By the end of next year, if you can hold on to your Saitama, wow, it's going to be hard for you. You're going to open up your wallets, you're going to see some big figures, I think, over the next few months. So just remember, whatever you sell out today, the price goes up by a factor of 10, you lost out on a factor of 10, right? So diamond hands if you can. And when the time is right, make sure that you do have a plan. You don't want to be sitting there on a ton of money and all of a sudden you're like, hey, how do I get out of this now? Don't be, sitting there not knowing what to do when the time is right and you do need to get out. Okay. So, all right, guys, I will cut this and you guys can watch this, and we'll, any questions you got, please let me know. If you haven't already, please like my video, subscribe to my channel. You can go back and check out the other videos that I have. I've got several of them where I'm talking to Saitama Diva herself in her Twitch stream. And, there's a lot of good information out there, and I try to bring it to you as often as I possibly can, okay? All right, guys, as usual, I love you all, and I will see you all maybe later today. I might do another video before I go to bed today, and let you all know where Saitama's at. I hope we eat that zero. The way things are moving, it's going to be possible, but you're going to see a lot of consolidation as well as the price rises. You got some people that are early whales that are, it's just inevitable that they take a profit. I mean, if you were sitting on that much, you probably would too. And we need them to kind of sell off some of their stuff in a way. Like, we need consolidation because it helps in burns and it helps in reflections, right? Every time they make a transaction, they're losing on what their supply is. So eventually, like, if they keep selling, they're going to be gone. But you got to remember that as they sell, it comes back to you. It comes back to me. It comes back to all the holders, right? It also goes into the burn. So these transactions, while they might look like they're detrimental on the day or, the hour when the price drops, in your wallet, you'll notice you got some reflections. You'll notice on the burn counter, it went up, right? And that helps in the long run. This is a long run investment, right? This just started back in May, so we're not even 6 months into this project. Okay, give it a year, give it 2 years, and see where we're at. If 2 years from today you're not just tickled pink or whatever the saying goes, come talk to me. But I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised with what you see happen over the next coming months with Saitama. So, all right, guys, have a great day, and I will